Bucyrus City Council Committee meetings, Friday, August 13th, 2021, Special Finance and Public Lands and Buildings Committees. Calling it to order at 6 p.m. Finance members, Kevin Myers, Bruce Truca, James Me, and myself, Chair. Doug?
Public Lands and Buildings Committee members, Mark McKeever, Bruce Truca, and myself.
Okay, the number one, the Special Public Lands and Buildings and Finance Committee meeting were called by committee members for the limited purpose of discussing amending Resolution 224-2021 and amending Resolution 224-2021. Going to hand it over to our Service Safety Director.
Okay, you have a sheet in front of you. Basically, it says to amend the legislation from $398,602.54 to $544,582.76. So as you get on your paper, when we passed the legislation, it was the 3 parking lots in phase 1 at the service garage, and that's what totaled the $398,602.54. Well, I didn't want to wait to go out to bid, so I bid the rest of the street garage as we were checking on with the state auditor to see if we could pay for it out of the street levy fund. And so we put phase 2, which is the rest of the parking lot at the street garage, and that bid came in as an alternate as $145,980.22. So as you look at the total projects would be the $544,582.76. So if we just amend that to that amount, we'd like to take the service garage improvements, the $83,000 and the $145,000, which comes to $229,821.19 on your paper, and pay for that out of the street fund.
Okay.
Which, at that point, and right now we have $2.6 million in the street fund unencumbered.
Was the 145,980.22 an engineering estimate?
That came in,
Or was that a bid? You said bid, but did you mean engineering estimate?
Actually, that's what came in at bid.
Okay. So all of these have been bid now?
Yes.
Okay.
The phase 2 came in as an alternate till we approved, or if you guys would approve us to do that, that comes to the $229,821.19. And so we would not pay for that out of the capital outlay of improvements. We would pay that out of the street fund.
The 229 out of the street fund, and then the 398 is going to come out of the general.
It'll come out of permanent improvement fund.
Well, actually, it would be 314.
Okay.
Because you take the 80,
Okay.
the 83 off too.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So basically, we have the capital improvement balance is $395,000.
So you're asking us tonight to amend the 398 to 544?
Yes, and we'll come back at the next meeting in September to get the money appropriated to the right spot. And what that does, that leaves $81,000 in your capital outlay fund if we want to do any repairs anywhere that we didn't have planned, like out at Irving Street or whatever. But I'd have to come back to you to get that anyway.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion requesting emergency
Mr. Chair.
legislation. Go ahead, sir.
I just want to clarify something. This is coming from the street fund. It is not coming from the street levy.
No.
Okay. The street fund is funded by the levy and by gasoline excise tax, registration fees, and other items. So it's the registration, the taxes for registration and gasoline excise that we're using for this parking lot, not the levy funds.
Thanks for clarifying.
I don't want people saying, well, now they're doing parking lots with our
Instead of
street
my
fund.
street,
You know,
yeah.
it is in the street fund, but that's not the part that we're using, okay?
Thanks, Joyce.
Does anybody else have any questions?
But she clarified that.
I have one more thing to tell you, and I think I had it in my notes to council, but our mill and pave came in at $1,297,179.40, and we had budgeted $1,006,000. So we also saved $300,000 there too. Now, it's not done yet, but typically in our street program, we don't have many change orders, but,
Okay.
so.
Now I would like to request emergency legislation to amend 224-2021 from 314,761.57 cents to 544,582.76.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Are there any other discussions, questions?
So this is, we're allowed to do this, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's just authorizing him to go out to bid.
Okay.
You'll still have one of the ordinances for transfer.
No.
and stuff.
It's already bid.
It's already been.
It's already bid.
I did it as an alternate.
Yeah. But we need to award the contract, so it has to be amended so that we're not going over what was previously approved.
All right, okay.
And just so you all know, they're planning on getting all of it done this fall, not part of it.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. So that's why I really didn't want to wait till September to talk about it. They want to get
So already
started.
get started.
Before the Broward Festival.
Well, no.
Stop that. Stop that right now.
Okay.
Had to do it.
All right, if there's no other questions, those in finance, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passed, unanimous. Doug?
I guess for public lands and buildings, you looking for the same resolution? Yeah. So, need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes in public lands and buildings.
Okay. All right.
I guess, you didn't need me to call public lands and buildings to order first.
It was a
I
joint.
was just making sure. Just wanted to double check.
That's why I had you. Okay.
Clarifying.
I will adjourn.
Public participation.
I don't have it in here, but public participation.
Vicki DeShawn, 1108 Hillcrest Drive. Tonight, about 5 o'clock or so, in reading on Facebook the article, the Telegraph Forum article about the resignation of Council President Kurt Fankhauser, I noted that it stated that there was going to be a council meeting tonight. Council was scheduled, well, I'll read what it says. Council was scheduled at 6 p.m. Friday. Mayor Jeff Reeser said Council's President Pro Tem Bruce Truca would be expected to preside. Number one, Council did not meet tonight at 6 p.m. It was the Special Finance and Public Lands and Buildings that met tonight at 6 p.m. I've done some checking once I read this article, and according to the Bucyrus City Council announcement, the first announcement that was sent out was for a council meeting at 6 tonight. Then there was an amended city council announcement sent out stating that there was going to be a special finance and special public lands and buildings committee meeting tonight at 6, and then a full council meeting at 6:10. My big concern is, and I guess I'm going to ask this question of our council clerk, is I find nowhere on Documents on Demand, number one, where you have an announcement telling about these special meetings tonight, both finance, public lands and buildings, and full council. That is how us public citizens, at least I go there. And not only do I go there, but I went one step further, and about a year or so ago, I signed up. So when you put things on Documents on Demand, I immediately get an email that says, this has been placed on Documents on Demand. So that saves me having to keep going back and checking Documents on Demand to find out if anything's been put on it. I'm immediately notified. So I have to question why that wasn't done. Again, because it alerts us people that, there's meetings. And I know someone can say, well, we're not required to do that. All we have to do is alert the news media. Well, There's a reason why we have documents on demand. Transparency. We put our council minutes on it, committee meetings, what have you. Also, there's no agenda under documents on demand for the special committee meetings that were held tonight. There's no agenda for tonight's council meeting that's being held tonight. And I'm asking why? Why are they not on there?
Well, I forgot to put them on there.
Thank you.
If there's no one else, I will adjourn the meeting at 6.
This is open mic,
Are you wanting to talk to the council, or you want to talk to the committee meetings?
council.
Okay, this is just committee right at the moment. Wait till, we're going to open up the council.
Okay.
Going to adjourn the meeting at 6:11 PM.
Good evening. Welcome to the Bucyrus City Council meeting, August 13th. I'd like to go ahead and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Lisa.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And just for the record, the meeting started at 6:12 p.m. At this present time, I'm granting permission for the public to come. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to find out who's here yet. Okay. Roll call, please.
McKeever,
Here.
Myers,
Here.
me,
Here.
Truca,
Here.
Foat,
Present.
Alsept. Here.
Okay, now if anybody would like to speak at the podium, so be, and state your name and your address, please.
Gary Harris, 1329 Nevada Wentworth Road, Bucyrus. Earlier this week on Monday morning, I had a appeals meeting with the Board of Property Maintenance, and the letters before you is what I got. My issue is that the city is not following their own ordinances where it says occupant. I do not live there. Yes, I own them. I've been trying to do everything I can do to clean them up. I've had two guys out there with a truck and a trailer to clean it up. I had the police out there. As soon as the guy come out and says, nope, it's my stuff, I'll clean it up, police, Tom Walker, captain, said I had to leave. There's more bite if they actually followed what that says and got after the occupant, the one who put the stuff there and who lives there. I'm in the process of evicting them, but my hands are tied. My issue is with this, where it says occupant. I think it needs to be addressed. Anybody have questions?
I do.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lisa.
I noticed here that it mentions basically grass, plant growth over 6 inches, yada, yada. Are we attaching, like when we go mow their property because it's bad, doesn't that go on the water bill, which would be the occupant's responsibility versus a landlord's? That's,
No, it goes to the property taxes. If the city mows a property or does any abatement of any nuisance conditions, that gets assessed to the property taxes.
Kevin?
Since we can't really address any of it tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right now refer this, if you would please, to Health and Safety. And then our next committee meeting, which will be in 3 weeks, we'll make this a topic of discussion. I'll make sure you're aware of the date and time of the meeting. I'd like you here if you're available. And I think we can start the discussion of what's wrong with the language in here and what can we do to make it more enforceable, more fair to you. Because I think you have a valid point that, you're doing everything you can. And if you weren't doing anything at all, yeah, maybe there should be a provision in there to come after you. That's not the case from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing. So I'm going to make a request to refer this to Health and Safety, and then we'll tackle this in 3 weeks and see what we can do for
You
you.
need my phone number?
I have it through them.
Second. All in favor for health and safety?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that motion passes. This will be on health and safety meeting.
Thank you.
Anyone?
Gary, that next meeting will be Thursday, September the 9th at 6 p.m. September 9th, Thursday, September 9th at 6 p.m.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
And just for the record too, since Mr. Myers mentioned it, this tonight is a special meeting, so that's part of the record as well. Anyone else would like to come to the podium? No? Okay. Next on the agenda is Rob Ratliff.
Just real quick, I have one referral that should likely go to the Health and Safety Committee. We have, when we prosecute cases in municipal court, individuals are entitled to appointment of counsel, and the court gets reimbursed through the state for appointed counsel fees, plus they also bill and things like that for indigent defense. So when we prosecute something under a city code, there is no process for the municipal court to get reimbursed on those cases. Historically, it really hasn't mattered because there wasn't anything we prosecuted under city code that was generally a jailable offense. But in recent years, we have upgraded a few things. Our tax cases are jailable since 16 or 17, I believe. We're doing more property maintenance cases, which are jailable, and some individuals have requested appointment of counsel. So what we need to have in place with the municipal court is an agreement for indigent defense, and this basically authorizes the municipal court to bill the state on our behalf for providing attorneys for indigent defendants, and doesn't cost us anything, just has that agreement in place so that they get reimbursed. The court needs it for their records for doing those things, so it would be great if we could refer this to Health and Safety, and then Health and Safety at their next committee request legislation authorizing the mayor or service safety director to enter into that agreement with the municipal court.
So let's have it. Anyone have any questions about it? Go ahead, Kevin.
So moved to refer to Health and Safety.
Second by Doug. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
And one last thing, because we've got the special meeting. Gary, if you want to call my office next week as well. I'll send you the copy of the proposed draft changes we have for property maintenance and zoning and appeals, and Ken, if you want one as well, if you call me, we'll email it to you. It's in the committee already, they have copies of it, and we can get that to you so you can look at it ahead of time.
So is there anybody would like to come to the podium again and speak? No? Okay.
Can I further say something?
Sure.
Do I need to go up there?
Yes.
Yeah, that way we can hear you better.
I had gotten a call from Kurt Bankhauser where several weeks ago, there was a meeting scheduled for the property maintenance appeal. I was on my way to Maine. I was gone for a week. It was held the morning that I left, or the afternoon of the morning I left. I left 6 o'clock in the morning. So I didn't get any mail until the following Monday. And I sent in with my appeal, a copy of the envelope with my appeal, to re-appeal it, I guess we'd call it. And I had talked to Rob a couple of times that week when I was in Maine and told him when I would be back. It was issued before I got back to go to court for criminal charges on this. And I personally think it's wrong. When I went to the board, the guys on the board asked if they could stop the court hearing, and it was refused. I just think you need a different system of doing some of this stuff.
So it wasn't delivered by registered mail, it was just dropped in your...
Well, I was
It
going,
wasn't a
so it
letter
was
you
on
had to sign
hold.
for?
I'm sorry?
It wasn't a letter that you had to sign for?
It said certified, but it was just given to me. And the postman just wrote on it when it was delivered. I had him sign it.
Yeah, that's one of the issues now in the post-COVID era. Certified return receipt mail, post office doesn't necessarily require signatures anymore. Courts are struggling with that issue as far as what is effective service in the post-COVID era. And that's one of the things, the draft legislation that you'll see is getting away from criminal penalties. Because, you know, when it's a corporation or something that owns a piece
Right.
of property,
I know.
what do you do?
You know, but the whole issue is occupant. It's their stuff. I have no rights to touch it.
We'll definitely take that up on the 9th of September and get into a good
I mean,
discussion.
I went through this 2 years ago with the same thing. And I tried to get to the judge, because if the judge seen this wording, he'd throw it out. I know he would. It's just not proper. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Anyone else? Okay. Consideration of proposed legislation for the first time.
We have ordinance number 26-2021, amending and supplementing ordinance number 50-2020, being the annual appropriations ordinance for 2021, by decreasing the current balance in materials and supplies line item by $2,600 and in the capital outlay line item by $6,400, and increasing the current balance in the personal services line item by $9,000, with all the line items being within the pool category, within the swimming pool subparagraph, within the swimming pool fund, and declaring an emergency. Ordinance number 27-2021, amending and supplementing ordinance number 50-2020, being the annual appropriations ordinance for 2021 by appropriating from unappropriated waterworks replacement funds the sum of $365,000 to the capital outlay line item within the waterworks distribution category, within the waterworks replacement subparagraph, and finally appropriating from unappropriated swimming pool funds the sum of $3,000 to the personal services line item within the pool category, within the swimming pool subparagraph, and declaring an emergency. And then we have resolution number 225-2021, amending resolution 224-2021 by authorizing and directing the Bucyrus Public Service Safety Director on behalf of the City of Bucyrus, Ohio, to advertise for bids and to enter into a contract or contracts not to exceed $544,582.76 with the lowest and best bidder or bidders for the furnishing of labor, materials, and equipment to improve city lots as described in Exhibit A, and finally authorizing and directing the Bucyrus City Auditor to draw a warrant or warrants in payment therefore from the appropriate appropriation or appropriations and declaring an emergency. And I will note that it does say city is spelled wrong on here, so that would need to be as amended to spell city.
So do I need a motion and a second to do?
Just amend, a motion and a second to amend that.
I'll make a motion to amend the
Second.
Corrected spelling.
Okay, a motion by Doug, second by Kevin. All in favor, say aye.
And I don't know if this matters or not, but on our minutes here, after resolution 225, when it says referred to, it says PB&L and it should be PL&B.
That's just an agenda.
I'm just pointing it out.
BB&J.
Okay,
I say
thanks.
PB&L all the time, but I don't, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Okay.
I'll make your motion to accept those as your first reading.
Second.
Well, thank you. And as well as Resolution 225-2021 as amended, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Motion by Doug, second by Kevin. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes as first reading. Going to refer ordinance number 26-2021, transfers back to finance, ordinance number 27-2021, appropriations back to finance, and resolution 225-2021, city parking lots as amended to public lands and buildings and finance.
Finance is favorable to ordinance 26-2021, transfers. Finance is also favorable to ordinance number 27-2021 for appropriations. And finance is favorable to resolution 225-2021, city parking lots.
I'll move to accept those as the first report.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that passes, thank you. Okay. Okay. For the second and third reading of ordinance 26-2021, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare it an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
McKeever?
Yes.
Myers?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Truca?
Yes.
Vote?
Yes.
Allsep.
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed ordinance 26-2021?
So moved.
Second.
McKeever?
Yes.
Myers?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Truca?
Yes.
Vote?
Yes.
Allsep.
Yes.
Ordinance number 26-2021 is duly adopted. For ordinance number 27-2021, for the second and third readings of proposed ordinance 27-2021, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare it an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
McKeever?
Yes.
Myers?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Truca?
Yes.
Vote?
Yes.
Allsep. Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt Ordinance 27-2021.
So moved.
Second.
Vote?
Yeah.
McKeever?
Yes.
Myers?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Truca?
Yes.
Olson?
Yes.
Ordinance number 27-2021 is duly adopted. For Resolution 225-2021, as amended, for the second and third readings of proposed Resolution 225-2021, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the reading of the caption and text, and declare it an emergency as amended?
So moved.
Second.
Vote?
Yes.
McKeever?
Yes.
Myers?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Truca?
Yes.
Olson?
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt Resolution 225-2021 as amended?
So moved.
Second.
Vote?
Yes.
McKeever?
Yes.
Myers?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Truca?
Yes.
Olson?
Yes.
Resolution 225-2021 as amended is duly adopted. Old and unfinished business?
It's my fault.
I guess.
I did it.
I'm allowed to do that? Yeah. And new and miscellaneous business that we would like to, Mark?
Yes, I'd like to make a referral to, it would be plating for the alley off of, is that Poplar? Which section? It's north of Mary Street, the property at the corner of Mary and Poplar on the northwest corner. It's the alley.
216 West Mary.
The house we just sold.
No.
It's behind the house that we sold.
Oh, 207 West Mary.
It's off of Poplar.
You can see it from Tiffin as you go around there.
Right.
Yeah.
There's an alley, and I like to refer that to,
Parallel with Mary Street. Runs parallel with Mary Street.
The one
Yeah.
at 216 or the one at 207?
Yes.
I'm talking the one that runs parallel with Mary Street.
The driveways and stuff, it's really weird right there.
Anyhow, we're going to refer that section of property. There's two alleys there. We need to talk about vacating possibly the one alley. That's what I want to refer that to.
Second.
Public land,
Plating.
plating.
Second? By Doug. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Motion passes. Okay, anyone else for a new miscellaneous? No? Okay. I'm trying to think. There's a gentleman that got a hold of me, and see, Inez is the farthest east runs perpendicular to Mansfield Street. In front of Carly's.
Yep, that's
okay.
Inez.
There's a gentleman that got a hold of me, and he would like to have, at the end of the alley, it dead ends into his property, and he would like to be able to have someone discuss it, so maybe I could have it referred to, I don't know, plating, I suspect.
I would say. I'll second that.
But I can't remember his name right off. Lisa works with him.
Ray set off.
Yeah, Ray, I'm sorry, Ray. Just
That's all you had to say.
up here it's a little different. Okay, I got a motion and a second.
Yep.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you.
Bruce first said that he made the motion to refer it, so I seconded him. Oh, he can't do that?
I made the, wow,
I mean, he's technically, he still can he? I thought so, yeah.
okay. Anyone else for anything? I would just like to state that, I'd like to thank Kurt for serving as our council president for the last 2 years. And, he dedicated his time to the citizens of Bucyrus, and I'd just like to say thank you, so, and I'm sure they will too, so. Okay, anyone else? We have to have a motion to excuse Aaron Sherrick.
So moved.
Excuse me.
Hold on.
We probably need to do something about the meetings being changed too. don't we?
Oh, yeah, we haven't
I'm just,
kind of,
next week's meeting, sorry.
you're right.
Okay?
You want to vote on Aaron real quick?
Yeah, yes, please.
We got your motions.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Aaron, you're free and clear.
Yeah.
Okay, now, for the meetings next week, we got a meeting for council meeting next week, and also committee meetings.
I
So,
suggest we cancel both.
Second.
any discussion about that? No? Okay, so I got a motion by Kevin, seconded by Doug. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. At this present time, I need a motion to adjourn
We need to go
our
to
special council
referrals
meeting.
real quick. Go do our referrals.
Can't forget that.
Huh? Yes, the list.
Okay, I'll just let her read them.
For referrals, we have the court-appointed attorney agreement going to health and safety, the property maintenance issues going to health and safety, the alley parallel to Mary Street going to plating, and the end of Inez going to plating.
Perfect. Anyone else? Any additions or subtractions? No?
I think the only other thing we didn't go through, our new and miscellaneous business, which there is one important thing on there, other than the fact that offices are closed. That public hearing for the DORA on Tuesday, the 24th at 6 PM in council chambers.
Everybody got it? Okay.
I'll make your motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I don't hear anybody.
That's
Okay.
right.
Night. Thank you.
Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce.